right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, fam killers. Um, everybody, it's me, Texas Hardcore, and we've got Juno 2000. It was an old intro that I had forgotten about that Sean had made and everything. And wow, we got some great people in here. Let me do a quick roll call. We've got Jimmy Van Duzen, of course, Chester Franklin, Zodiac Z, Rosalia is in the house. We've got let's see here. We got Jim. It's from Jim's Movie Channel, who had an excellent stream today with Corey from Wilkie's Movies and Music. And, be sure to watch the replay of that. We have Alan's in the house. We have Anthony Chabata Chipotle's in the house, and Holland Oates is here. And Corey is in the house. So it's good to see you,
Corey
Corey.
in
Yeah,
the motherfucking house.
yeah. Glad you could make it. P. Rich is here. Man, we're filling up fast. I'm gonna have to start charging tickets, man, for the admission if it keeps up like this.
See, P
You know.
Ridge, bro.
Fuck yeah,
That's their fucking A.
yeah, that's great. You know, you ask and they shall come in many ways that nobody wants to know about. What? Anyway, hey, and Sean's in the house.
Sean, what's up?
Sean, you want to come up?
DW.
I'll send you the link, brother, if you want to come up. It's up to you if you want to, because you're more than welcome. And we got Brad from 4K Tent Revival, man. The gang is coming in, and man, this is
Hey,
beautiful.
Brant.
Man, we just all we need now is Vanta and Gizmo and Brooke.
Yep.
Man, Honky Digital. We need him and Todd Christensen
Honky.
and Johnny and
Yeah, we should.
you know,
And even
fuck
Spot.
yeah.
What food he ate.
Okay, Sean, that's cool. Just want to let you know that you're more than welcome. To come up and all that. There's Brooke. See, Brooke sauce is in the house and everything. So
But
yeah, there we go. Yeah. So yeah, we when we do these rando bandos, because I mean to me, I always I regard Brad really highly, and so he does what he calls his bullshit streams and stuff. So I don't take that away from him. I don't want to be like, oh, we're just gonna do a bullshit stream, and stuff. So that's why I decided to call it Rando Bando and stuff. It's just I don't know, something stupid I came up with because everybody knows I'm a ridiculous person and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, so we just go off the cuff for a couple of hours or so and talk about whatever, whenever, whichever, and all that. While Juno gives somebody the orange punch, and all that. And yeah, so go ahead, Juno, because I know you had a couple of things you wanted to say.
oh, I was like, okay, then yeah, I'm looking forward to the streams for next week. But we had two good movies back to back on a Tuesday and a Wednesday. It was Bronx Tale Cooley's High, and I feel like those are movies that are straight out 10 out of 10 masterpiece.
Oh yeah,
And
definitely. I thought we did very good. And then you had something this Tuesday that I've never even heard of. I was like,
yeah, Only the Strong. It's a martial art movie that's pretty underrated. It came out the same year as Bronx Tale. It came out in 1993. It was released by Fox, but now owned by Disney. It's about a guy that goes to his old school and see that it's run down by gangs and troublemaker kids. So he teach him the capoeira Brazilian fighting technique and shit. And then he ends up fighting like group of gangs and gang lords that try to like take over like they're destroying the school. And then yeah, it's just a lot of good action scenes. It's directed by Sheldon Lettich, who also directed a few Van Damme movies, especially Doubled Impact. And I guess also Frank, what's it? That character he played in Bloodsport that Van Damme played. Frank Dukes. He also like does like he does like the choreography in that movie and shit. But
Well, I
yeah,
wouldn't know because I haven't
yeah,
seen
it's pretty
it.
yeah, but it's pretty underrated. But the movie is on YouTube, which is good. You don't need look movies. Fuck look movies. They've been kind of been shitty so far. But look movie, it is good to see movies. But in past streams, like most of us have been kind of dealing issues with look movies. But luckily, we've been finding the movies to be watching on YouTube for free.
Okay,
So
good.
like
So if
that's
it's
all.
on, that's perfect.
Yeah, but that movie's on YouTube, so it's good. And surprisingly, that's actually the extended version. That's hopefully that could get released by Kino or Screen Factory or it's not shit. Fuck Shit Factory, but Arrow Video, anybody. Hopefully that movie gets like released or something with that overseas version because it's weird that it's a little longer because there's some badass fighting scenes that are more longer in that one because the movie is released by Fox. But hopefully that gets a release one day because it's pretty good. And it stars Marta Coscos, who was in Brotherhoods of Wolf, and he was in John Wick 3. He was the bald headed guy with the katana sword that fought John Wick. So like yeah, that dude, he's the main star of that movie. He's pretty underrated. It seems like he kind of didn't really get recognized in a lot of movies, but he's recognized for that movie and John Wick 3. But I kind of wish he would have been like one of those starring roles in The Crow because he sadly was in that fucking TV show that lasted for one season. That sucked, but I kind of wish he was in one of the sequels.
So Sean, it's all good. I've been through the same sort of shit, and we just go through. Sometimes the heart is worse than the mind. As it is. So it's all good, brother. We've had your back and everything and stuff. But I'm just one of those people. I don't interfere in matters of the heart with myself or anybody else, even though I'm always on the outside looking in, kind of thing. But it's all good, man. And
Yep.
I'm
Yeah,
glad
we're
you'll be
here.
coming back, and all that.
Yeah.
Also,
CW.
I also want to say that Jamie Hart apparently she had a stroke. So if you
Yeah.
guys, she's doing okay, as far as she said. She posted a video up on Instagram. But if you guys, you guys that pray, be sure and let's give her a hand, and pray for her. Let's see, what else?
Prayers for Jamie.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff kind of going on and stuff. So yeah. Uh, but I appreciate you guys and stuff. You know, eh, she comes in every so often, and stuff, and she's always been nice to me and us, and so
She's a nice person.
we can just kind of give some love back. Uh, but okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this because I've been chomping at the bit with something. Well, actually, no. First, we're gonna do this because we have to give our this stream an R rating.
This is where the law stops. And I start.
I don't fucking like football. I don't.
Hey guys, want to go whitewater rafting in Halloween 5?
The CWO
have asked me to take this opportunity to say, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Yeah, so there we go. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
But
Yeah, fuck you very much.
so anyway, Rosie kind of inspired this. And Rosie inspires a lot, man. She's kind of a muse on our channel, my channel, everybody's fucking channel. So I'm going to do this thing. I wish I had an intro for it, but I don't, unfortunately. But this is a new segment. It's called Clases de Español con Texas, which means Spanish lessons with Texas. So once again, that's Clases de Español con Texas. So okay, this is the first one. El payoso asesino a toros en la barbacoa de tu abuelo. So we can let that one sink in before I give you the English translation. My writing is shit, so we'll see what that is. Yeah. So Rosie is, she's, and we got Chris C, the film fan nerd in the house, the film nerd.
Chris.
So it's good to see you. So. All right, so the English translation was the clown murdered everyone at your grandmother's barbecue. So, all right, the next one is El fantasma de dado un plato con fragmentos de verlo en lugar de cereal. And I probably, like I said, my fucking writing is shit, so I probably said it wrong. So I'll let that one sink in for a couple of momentos, and then I'll get to the English translation, which, well, I'll go ahead and say it. The ghost gave you a bowl of glass shards instead of cereal, because ghosts are fucking evil, So
yeah, they're scary.
So this next one, is going to be very dear to our hearts. La vagina de las pelirrojas huele a camarones podridos. And I know most of you understood the word vagina. So, we'll give this one a few, couple of moments to sink in. Okay, so that was the redhead's vagina smells like rotten shrimp.
Oh gosh. Rotten strips. Must smell like shit.
Okay, I got to gain some composure here and stuff. Okay, so the next one is el abuelo cago una bolsa en una bolsa y le primero fuego en el porche Arsley vecina. I think that's right. Or, I mean, ale su vecina. Or no, al su vecino. Yeah, kind of like I said, my writing sucked ass. I used to have so much, I used to have great handwriting. Now it's just trash. But yeah, Holland Oates is in the house. I forgot about Holland. He was here earlier, so hey, Holland.
Yeah, hey, the Holland.
So this one, the translation to this is Grandpa shit in a bag and set it on fire on his neighbor's porch. I know nothing beats the redhead vagina, but
Yep.
And so for the last one, the last one is Satanas hizo que todos los niños comieron galetas de queso mientras miraban al Gooch. And that one's for Sean because of, al Gooch. Sean says, cancel that stream for Christine tomorrow. I'll be redoing the channel starting next week and getting back to hanging out with you guys. All right.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, bro.
So, okay. So the last one, the English translation is Satan made the children eat cheese crackers while they watched the Gooch. So there you go. And that was Clases de Español con Texas. The first and possibly last installment. and so that's it. Everybody, good night. No, I'm just kidding. The devil eats a bull's gooch.
The gooch.
Give me the gooch. Give me the gooch.
Weird. I have seen weird things come, and I have seen weird things go. The weirdest thing I ever saw just at the Capitol.
We's the gooch.
Thank you, Rosie. So yeah, so that was, Spanish lessons with me.
Yep. I can't get over with that red vagina. That one it gets me.
Yeah. Well, oh yes, I forgot to make my claim beforehand that there is, there's no anybody's not implied, alive or dead or by coincidence or anything like that. Exactly, they're the classics. Oh yeah, and Russell's here. He's pretending to be Alice Cooper, as always. All right. So let's see. I did watch 2 movies. There's this English action actor named Scott Adkins, English guy. He's got a couple of pretty funny movies. They're action comedies. One called The Accident Man, and then the second, the sequel, Accident Man, something the world, and those were both really good. So they're on Prime for anybody that wants to check them out. And there's a whole shitload of Scott Adkins movies on there. I don't know really that much about this guy, but hey, there we go. The gooch smells weird because it's taint pussy and it ain't ass. Lovely. No, I'm just kidding. That's pretty funny. Jim can come up with some great stuff, and
Yep.
as Rosie said, the classics here.
And congratulations, Jim, on the 600 subs.
See, here we go. Like I say Alice Cooper, Russell puts Alice Copper. I don't know who the fuck Alice Copper is. That's like a bootleg version or something. Colin says he learned what a gooch was from Jackass. I didn't, I watched Jackass and never like really thought of anything with the gooch. I kind of just threw that out there one day, and then it kind of took hold. Like somebody else mentioned queef, and there we go. So, because actually, I'm friends with somebody on Facebook named Rip Gooch. No, nothing. I know nothing. Jester says the queef smells like balls and the ass smells like sweat. You know, 45 years of THC made me who I am. Don't judge me. Nobody judges you, Jim. Anybody judges you, they get a knife in their back from me. Throwing Copper, good album. Yeah, I actually saw live on that tour. That was I saw them on the MTV 120 Minutes tour, which was Blind Melon before anybody knew who the fuck they were. Live, then Public Image Limited, and then Big Audio Dynamite 2. So yeah, that was a good one. I have not seen The Avengement, Corey, but that is on my list because I put a bunch of his movies since I watched both Accident Man movies on my list.
And he's also in John Wick 4 as
Wasn't
the
he?
fat dude. He was the fat guy that John Wick fights with the gold tooth.
Didn't he do like 2 movies with Ninja in the title or something? Like around, I don't know, 2011, 10, something like that.
I
think
think
he did. Yeah, I think he did, but I don't remember what the fuck they were called. But anyway. See, Corey was lucky, Jim, that he didn't get this side of you on that stream today. He almost did, with somebody asking certain questions, though. But, anyway, the placenta falls to the floor. Pick that shit up, you dumb fuck. Somebody should. Oh, fuck. That wasn't me. I have no
me
idea
neither.
who that was. I heard about it. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
All I know was that there was some weird fucking name I had never heard of and beats the hell out of me because I don't have any business, or want to have any business doing whatever because, that's a dead fucking issue to me. But I heard about it, yeah. Third eye blind melon. Well, they've probably been better. Man, I'm fucking third eye blind. You don't want me to go on a tangent about those stupid assholes. One of the worst bands I ever saw, I don't know. Oh, oh, okay. That's fine. Chester, Zodiac, you guys know what to do.
Yeah, that motherfucker can leave. Because you guys got that thing.
Actually, Sean, you can have the honors if you'd like. There we go. Wow. I mean, why does she got to be so rude?
Probably one of those fucking haters that hate the CW. And the haters can go fuck themselves.
There we go. Womp, womp, womp. Have I seen anything in the theater besides the Donnie Yen movie? Yes, I did. I saw Wolfman, and I think that was the last thing that I did see. Jimmy and I were going to go to the theater today, but it was raining like cats and
Mm.
dogs today. So,
Yeah,
but we got a bunch of things on the list, but I don't know if we're gonna see
yeah.
it.
I heard the monkey is getting all these mixed reviews, but I've been getting a lot of commercials that like that people should see it. So, like, I want to check it out. The monkey.
Yeah, that's one of the ones Jimmy and I want to go see and stuff. Hey, Gizmo, good to see you. He is. Gizmo
He's a
says
good enough.
there's snowflakes in the chat. His name is Gizmo of this suburban sailor of the North Sea and the burner of churches. You didn't hear that from me. Isaac Hayes is in the house because he wants you to suck on his chocolate salty balls.
I think the monkey is like Beavis.
Give me 1 second. Keep everybody entertained, while I
Yep.
figure something out here.
But yeah, folks. Besides like Texas enjoying a lot of movies, I have not gone to the theater because I'm kind of tied up right now. So Saturday, when I probably have to miss that Jason Statham movie that I'm kind of looking forward. But if I'm able to see it, that's fine. That's cool. But I'm probably not gonna be able to see the monkey, so I probably have to see that shit on shitty look movies, which I think that website's kind of getting shitty now. Even though it is cool to see free shit, but it's been giving us a lot of fucking problems, and it's a horse's ass problem. But yeah, and then there's other new shit coming out. Like I don't give a flying fuck about that new Snow White piece of shit remake. That remake can go fuck itself, and nobody ain't gonna fucking see that movie. And that's gonna be one of Disney's financial laws. Like that's prediction. I bet that motherfucker's gonna lose a lot of money. And nobody doesn't even like that actress. She's an idiot, in my opinion. She's kind of like Rooney Mara from Nightmare on Elm Street, pretty much shitting on the original classic. But why the fuck are you in the movie, dumb ass? But yeah, I'm looking forward to like other stuff. Like I'm hopefully I'm able to see the monkey. If not, I'll probably have to see that streaming. But that's getting a lot of mixed reviews. But I think said that with Nosferatu and shit and Wolfman, but Nosferatu, there was some stuff I was disappointed with it, but I did like the cinematography and the look of the movie. And some of the actors are pretty good, especially Willem Dafoe. He doesn't do a bad performance. It's just the movie's a little disappointing at some parts. Like, kind of wish there was more to it, but it's the way it is. But I was more disappointed with the Wolfman movie, but we to each their own.
Yeah, that's right. Colin says he thought
Oh
they
God,
were going to scrap Snow White, but now Gizmo gets to see it. Creamy snow.
I thought because that's the reason it was never released last year. It's because they shelved it because that actress was an idiot when she was interviewed about the movie. She was like saying all this dumb shit, like, "Oh, the original suck," like the original, like pretty much like not saying that the movie is a piece of shit, but like pretty much she's saying that the original sucked movie. And I'm like, why are you even starring in this movie? And guess what? Nobody didn't even want her in other movies, so they said, "Fuck this actress." And of course, she's trying to apologize the next day, like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and there's not even tears where she's trying to act like she's crying and trying to apologize. It's a horse's ass apology. and yeah, nobody's gonna work with her. That's why that last Hunger Game movie sucked because nobody didn't want to see her in it because she sucked. The Y2K movie she was in, nobody didn't want to see because she had idiots in the movie.
Jim here, he says, "Did you hear about the Snow White gangbang? It started bashful and ended happy."
How that would happen to the new one, but Disney has been getting fucking woke and horse's ass with their new titles lately.
But let's refrain from using the word woke and just use the word choke.
Choked on that.
CGI gangbang, not interested.
Oh gosh.
Well, see, since everybody's talking about gangbangs and everything, I have to mention this, and I don't care because it's my fucking stream. Uh, I saw, a few of the Tracy Lords movies before, and oh yeah, I'm going to make a disclaimer, Russell. You don't have to mention about her making that film when she was 17 because everybody knows. Just saying, because I don't want to see it in my chat. Another thing that you will repeat. That's all. No offense to you. Just saying. I don't care. I already know. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time and patience. Okay. Well, anyway, so I saw a few of her movies when she was supposedly underage because I still don't well I believe she planned that whole thing out anyway. But there was this one called Tail House Rock that was done by the I think the Dark Brothers did that one. I know they did New Wave Hookers. Well, anyway, there's this ridiculous scene where this guy is taking this, I think it was her, it could have been somebody else, from behind. So anyway, this is going on, and then all of a sudden the guy goes for the money shot. They re-edit it to show the guy go, "I'm coming, you fucking bitch," and then they re-show the money shot. And I mean, I literally had to rewind that back and go, "Did I fucking just see what I saw?" And I'm like, "Yeah, wow, that's some piss poor editing." But hey, even they can't get it right, either. So there you go. That's my porn knowledge of the night. and now Juno is crying in the corner there. No, just kidding.
I just can't. I'm still. I can't get that thing out of my head. The red vagina translation.
Yeah.
Oh god, that was definitely the best one.
La vagina de la pelirrojos huele a canelones podridas. Okay.
God, that is number one winner.
And it says, I believe in Anthony's 2008 memoirs, he talks of meeting Tracy Lords on the bus and sitting next to her. Anything's possible with Anthony,
Yep.
see what instead of something rotten in the basement, Gizmo needs to change it for one show to the shrimp, the vagina. It smells like rotten shrimp. Oh, I do too, Sean. I do as well, but that's okay. It's better than getting some things I'd rather not talk about, because of somebody who, I mean, I would hope that would play in a Bjork biopic, but that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
Yeah. A new movie that they're coming out next year is another damn Evil Dead movie, and it's called Evil Dead Burn, and it says like some tagline, "Let it burn," as in let this fucking franchise burn and end already, like Halloween. No more, getting more.
Russell, I told you not to put that out, so you're gone, brother. You're out of here. Just kidding. I never do that, but I told you not to, But if you can name the title of the film, I might give you some bonus points for that. But you're right, Gizmo. I think you have the vagina smell movie for the next stream, and her fish smell or something like that. Yeah, her smell. Yes, I do. Alan says, I think I had the shrimp vagina taco at Del Taco the other day. It certainly wasn't the carne asada I ordered. Carne asada, as you know. Thanks. Well, okay. Since you don't know it, I'll tell it. I'll tell you what it was. Russell, but never repeat it in here again, or you're banned for life. It was called Tracy, I Love You. Just kidding. I would never ban you for life. So All right. Oh yeah. So I don't know if you saw, Jim, that I was asked if I could play Falco, and I went along with it and said, yeah, I just have to learn German and lose a few pounds, but I'd do it. I don't care. You know. Because it would be easy. Don't turn around. Oh, there come Mr. Something. Close enough. Some shit. I don't give a fuck. But it'd be kind of cool if I did play him because I'd get to die in a car accident and shit. So, Didi Ramon Commissar, and stuff. Yeah, I saw Extra years and years ago, Chester, and I thought it was, so fucking weird. But I need to see it again because they made 3 of them and they don't even really tie into like, each other. But yeah, but it was something that was fucking crazy. That's for sure. See, Jim was lucky. He saw it in the drive-in. Sean says he loves Extra. Russell says yes. Alan says Sprechen die Deutsch or douche or something of that sort. Douche, the shrimp smelling redhead.
Douche. Douche the gooch.
Oh, well, okay, cool. It's on YouTube. Thank you, Chester. See, Russell says, German born but Brit raised, just like farm fresh eggs or something. That's kind of cool. Sean says one of the best bizarre horror movies you will ever see. The film crew was blasted on weed throughout the whole making of it.
Yeah. This morning, they're saying all this Oscar nomination shit. Personally, I don't fucking care about the Oscars. The horse's ass.
Well, I,
But the
I I never do particularly, but this one I'm kind of intrigued because of several things, and most off is to see
substance.
if Demi Moore is going to at least um,
I just hope that movie Amelia Perez. I I hope that overrated fucking garbage doesn't win over the substance. Like that'd be
see
bullshit.
the one that's really weird to me is Nora because that just looked like a typical movie about some whore who like gets involved with like a
You
Russian drug dealer, and then nobody likes her, and then or at least his family doesn't like her, and then of course people are trying to kill them, and hilarity ensues. So I don't see how that movie. I mean, I guess I have to see it to see if they, if it's Oscar worthy, and so
yeah, like crap like that Like, why is that on there, but not like movies like Spaceman, like with Adam Sandler? Like, why isn't that shit on there? That's bullshit.
Jim says, "Mom, if you were ever in a German Scheiser video, you would tell me, right?" Well, I hope she would, you know. And P. Rich
But
says, "I think the only horror movie that I'm excited about is 28 Years Later." I saw that new trailer for that, whatever it was, the clown movie, Friendo or some shit, and that looked pretty fucking hilarious. It's Shudder's
is that
picking
a,
it.
oh, I thought it was like a sequel to Eli Roth's Clown. Like, oh, there's another
No,
one.
no, it's called Clown in the Cornfield slash Friendo or some shit like that. And
Oh,
so,
yeah, that sounds intriguing.
yeah, it's pretty. It looks pretty interesting, you know.
Yeah, 28 days, weeks later is in the makings. They're coming out this year. Yeah, I hope we get to hear that John Murphy music.
After that, I think they should make 28 wigs later, you know, and then they
Yep,
have a deal where there's some like, you know, spaghetti wigs and shit in
Getty wigs.
it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some editing on some of those, but you know that's something that'll happen later or whatever. Oh, hey, Mr. Dan, how's it going? Mr. Dan's in the house. He's our
Hey,
purveyor
Mr.
of
Dan.
anything and all, kung fu. Um, Mr. Dan is he's a great guy, so I'm glad he's here. The house is getting rough. I don't know how many people have like skipped out, but it's all good.
Yeah, that's up. It's like that. That's the movie. I just hope it wins. Like, I hope none of those stupid, overrated crap wins.
Well, they could make a sequel called The Tubstance about like fatties that need to lose weight and they're taking those glipitude shots or whatever the fuck it is. That'd be pretty scary.
It's like that movie Thinner. Have you ever seen that one?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Where the tubby guy loses weight.
Yeah,
And it's RoboCop from RoboCop 3.
they were gonna do one where they took a drunken bum and turned him into RoboCop. It was gonna be called Robo Slut. you know. Oh boy, I haven't seen Heretic yet. I need to still see that.
Damn, I need to see it too. I think that was like a month ago. I was mentioning I wanted to see it. I have not seen Heretic.
But this one goes out to Rosie and Zodiac. Why is it always crying out my eyes? Okay. Jim had said the real ones are still here. Gotta go. Just kidding. You're gonna make us sad, Jim. No, just kidding. Jim always hangs around because Jim knows. I mean, even Kenny and fucking the other Sean are not here, and I tagged them. I thought maybe just by chance they show up, but Mr. Dan was cool enough to show up and make an appearance. But no Kenny or Sean. What's up with that? What's up with that? Never mind. You're welcome, Rosie. Answers. I demand answers. P-Rich says they really are coming out with a face-off too. It looks like fucking dumb. It looks fucking dumb, and P. Diddy is in it. What the fuck? You know?
Oh, enough said. I ain't watching that
Yeah,
portion of ass.
well, you know, he's probably covered himself in baby oil and falls in front of like a jet propeller and probably
And-
gets, you know,
and
eviscerated.
big shitload of horse's ass and douche everywhere.
Jim says Sean is married, but why is that stopping him? You know, and then Kenny is probably watching Tubi. Well, you know what Kenny is watching? He's watching some fucking yams. That's what Kenny is watching. You know, but he probably is watching Tubi. You know, but trying to find yams on Tubi. This is not agricultural digest. What the fuck? Yeah. Yams on Tubi, exactly. You know, the Yam Bowl. The Yam Bowl. Live.
Hit the thumbs up for that. Yeah.
Yes, and hit the thumbs up because you know you guys I never shill, you know. But as you see, I'm the new master of Bosom Mania, at least for tonight. Okay. Next month, hopefully, I'm getting my copy of Up and I forget what the other. Oh, Motorcycle. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tubi, Yams TV, exactly, Sean. And the pickup, which I'm looking forward to seeing that. Seeing a black and white noir type film where, you know, some gangsters go a little bit crazy and slap their women around and things like that, you know, which I do not condone. But, you know, if I'm watching it on TV, you know, it happens. So, Juno, what's your favorite Danzig story?
The what?
Your favorite Danzig story? Danzig, you know, from the Misfits, Sam Hain, Danzig. It doesn't matter. I'm just fucking with you.
It was the Bone song.
He's made a couple of really shitty films, but we don't have to talk about those.
Are they bad? Are they bad like Uber bullshit?
No,
that kind of quality.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I didn't see the second one, but the first one he did was this anthology, and he had some good people in it, but it was just like, what am I watching here? You know, I mean, there were yams in it, which that was a plus, but
yeah.
But other than that, it was like, yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Chester is lying. He's lying. I tell you. No, I'm just kidding. The best thing about being here is having fun and chilling with Texas Juno. Well, that's we really appreciate that. That's cool, Chester. Because most of the time I feel like, you know, people hate my fucking guts. You know, it's like, you know, look at this asshole. Fuck him. You know, so you know. But other than that, you know, like, do I care? No, I don't. In fact, you know, that calls for, you know.
Yeah, really bad music, especially when he starts making those noises. That yeah, really.
That's Corey Feldman's career.
But well, there's this one.
Thanks for contacting the CWO. My name is Juno and I am a lawyer. Are you a troll? If so, please fuck off.
There we go.
Yeah. And fuck off with Evil Dead Burn, as it could burn its ass all the way to hell. As in, no more movies. There was just the first four. That's it.
Alan says he loved him in the two Coreys, but that's because the two Coreys couldn't tell themselves apart.
And of course, his wife was a jackass. So fuck his wife. Because she always bitched about Corey in that show. That in the two Coreys they did.
Corey Ham. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the Italian Corey prosciutto or prosciutto or however the fuck you say it. So the comeback king, that's right. Because he's coming on somebody's back. What? Not like Dustin Diamond, who loved a donkey punch, apparently.
Yeah.
Although the one thing I can say about Dustin Diamond was when they were having those celebrity boxing matches and he beat the fuck out of Ron Palillo. He just decimated him. Poor Ron Palillo. He thought he was Mr. Carter, Mr. Carter after that. or something, It's like, I bit the dust in Friday the 13th. Was it 4 or 5 that he, when they open that grave and he gets, mortared, and all that. Jim says you really can't blame Corey Feldman, though. Once Michael Jackson fucks you in the ass, you're never the same. Oh, that's why Macaulay was smart enough to just get out of there and do heroin.
Pretty much, Corey Feldman's pretty much copying Michael Jackson's look.
Yeah, that's true. There's some fucking movie up on Shudder or something called The Birthday, and he's in it, and it looks fucking horrible,
Yeah, he was also in one of those middle sequels of The Puppet Master, and he's terrible too.
See, Mr. Dan, he saw that because he said that was rough, seeing Palillo get beaten up. Yeah, it was. It was like, holy shit. Macaulay took out his aggression on Daniel Stern and Joe Pesci. Yeah. But then it was kind of cool seeing China fight Joey Buttafuoco. That was kind of cool. I wish they would, kind of do those again. Like you could get Joan Rivers' daughter Melissa against Lady Gaga or something, or Taylor Swift against Roseanne Barr. See, I always told Alan a long time ago that at one of the WrestleManias they should have had Randy Savage against Fred Savage, and then have Hulk Hogan against Roseanne Barr with Tom Arnold as the special referee in a cage. That would have been good.
The two racist.
Right.
fighting each other to the death.
Mr. Dance said that Feldman had a gravelly voice in that Puppet Master movie. Hard to listen to. I didn't know he was.
Yeah, his voice is fucking weird, man. It's like he's trying to have like a deep voice, but it just sounds like dog shit.
Damn, that's fucked up.
That's
I
what
wanted
his
to.
career was doing. He just
Yeah,
pretty much did shit movies around that time.
Jim says he can't stand wrestling, but he would pay good money to see Roseanne Barr get her ass kicked in a.
Yeah, her racist ass fighting Hulk Hogan's racist ass.
Yeah, Battle of the Races. That would be good.
The two biggest bucks fighting each other.
Oh. Alan says WrestleMania is going to have an Indian strap match with Leonard Peltier and Donald Trump.
Wow.
With the ghost of Chief J. Strongbow as the special referee. See, Chester hits the nail on the head. Feldman can't sing and dance. Fuck his musical career.
Yeah.
So yeah, there we
I,
go.
I had never heard this damn music, but I heard it and it just does like when you see that Sean says he presents how he thinks, like that pretty much speaks of how shitty Feldman's singing is. Like his singing is a piece of shit. Like how The Rock is, it is the biggest piece of shit I have ever seen, ever heard. It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
See, friggin' Mr. Dan says, I remember Jay and Jules Strongbow. They were awesome. See, there we go. And then Jim said they have to have a tag team with Elon and Trump. Why don't they just fucking get it over with? I don't know. I think Elon has probably cloned himself about 17,000 times. There's, Elon clones all over the world. We need to get Jason Bourne or somebody to put a stop to it. The modern day boys from Brazil. Exactly. Yeah. Alan says, always like Chief J, a full blooded Wapaho. And we have Larry, the Hardcat Dad, jumping in.
Larry.
All the Jets and Chad dropping in to wish everyone well in the middle of some things, but I'll be here listening and have a fun stream. Thanks, Larry. Great to have you here and everything. Always a pleasure. It'd be nice if Don was here, but but sorry, I'm not laughing about Don. I think Don's awesome. Just Jim always throws these non sequiturs in here, and I'm like, oh shit! Sorry, I started laughing. So but it's great to see you and everybody else, thinks so as well. So that's cool. This pussy smells like musk. Yeah, or something. Or rotten shrimp. What? There was this meme that I had sent Sean, probably about last month, but it was fucking hilarious where it had a picture from Hairspray and Divine and Joy Stiller are watching TV. Divine says, you know, this what was it? This this girl here or this girl makes me ashamed to be white or something like that. And then under the bottom, it had a picture of from the Brady Bunch of Jan wearing a fucking afro wig, and it said the same thing with Marsha saying it. It's like this girl makes me ashamed to be white. Gina Gump shrimp. There we go. Throw another shrimp on the Quest Outhouse steak. Camarones y tocino, or whatever.
Shrimp on a barbie.
That was supposed to be K, but damn spell check. Russell says, "Where's Michael's other glove?" Up Feldman's ass. Yeah, probably.
Maybe that's what made that's the reason why he's singing. It's still in there. The power it's probably the power of the glove of it inside.
Jumbo shrimp. That doesn't make sense.
It's probably inside, so that's why he probably has those weird seizures singing voice, wherever the hell Feldman is singing. His voice is gas, pretty much.
Alan says, "So many anti-Semitics in the house." Hey, we have not been attacking any juice. We like grape juice, orange juice, tomato juice.
Yeah, Wade, American History X.
Hey, Corey's not in the big book. What are you talking about? Same thing with military intelligence. What? Savage vigilance for a rug-free America. Anyway. Mr. Dan, gentlemen, no fighting. This is the war room. Exactly. Whose knuckles? Pig's knuckles.
I know this year they're bringing back King of the Hill, that revival. Gonna be coming back this year.
I wonder who they're going to use for Luann's voice.
Yeah.
There was an outtake that I'm sorry, Gina.
No, go ahead.
There was an outtake where Luann actually pulls her top up. She showed her yams, but of course they blocked them out. It would be nice if they would do that, actually show the clip, the way it was. I don't care if they're cartoon yams,
Heavy Metal showed it.
Thank you, Jim. We appreciate you coming by and everything, and such a fucking awesome show that you did today with Corey. It was really cool,
Thank you,
looking
Jim.
forward to being on your show on March 22nd. So yeah, there you go. I'm back on with Jim on March 22nd.
Yeah.
So,
big congrats, Jim's on 600 subs.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that show was really awesome today. Chester was there showing his chest hair, and a good time was had by all. Chester says there's a new Martin Scorsese crime movie coming, but there's no title name yet. Jimmy finally returns.
Kind of interesting. Jimmy.
He was probably wrestling his dog or something. Russell says he's been watching 50s horror films lately. Well, that's good. See, at least
I
you
like
you
it.
you know that the 50s exist. Some people seem to think that the decades we
Boring.
grew up in don't exist.
And people complain that it's cheesy and boring. To me, they're masterpieces. I like those kind of movies, and they don't really get appreciated that much. I feel like those are badass movies.
Right.
Like The Tingler, that's actually a really good movie, and
Oh
that
yeah.
was awesome from last year.
I That's one of my all-time. That's
Yeah,
the
The
3D
Tingler.
version. I want to do a watch along for Theater of Blood.
Mhm. These are Blood with Vincent Price.
Vincent, the price is right, always right, actually, and stuff. So yeah, it works.
And I enjoy the original Haunted House on Haunted Hill more than the remake. I just feel like the Vincent Price classic still beats the remake.
Mr. Dan says Tingler was scary to see on TV as a kid in the 70s. I remember like when I read about it and I'd never seen it. Then I turned TV on one night, flipping through the channels. When you had the big old stupid little cable box with
Yeah,
you had the dial on it and shit. So I turned it on.
that
I see Vincent Price and I'm, what the hell is this? And it was that scene where his wife's
was a
trying to
great
kill
movie.
him when he's on the couch and she sets
Yeah.
the tingler on him and shit. And I'm like, holy shit, it's the tingler. You know?
That's a great film, and I feel like it does still hold up. Like the part that does like I thought was trippy was when the tub turns red with the
Yeah.
water. I was like, that is got to be the most badass special effects right there. Like showing the color in a black and white film.
Well, it's like, you know, when
Trippy
they did
effects
that, and
right
it's like in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory when they all get on the boat and everything's, the whole LSD sequence where they're seeing all the monsters and all that fucking shit,
there. Yep.
and it's like wow, they slipped an LSD sequence in this film. Here's a kids film, people are going to be tripping.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, you know, anything with Vincent Price is pretty damn good. Like seeing Conqueror Worm / Witchfinder General, he's such a fucking bastard in that film. And I mean, that's scary. How cruel he is in that film and everything. And it's just like, yeah. Juno, what hat are you wearing?
Silver Shamrock, the
Oh,
skull
okay.
mask,
Right.
just in time for St. Patty's Day for next month.
Oh man, I bet this was killer. Mr. Dan says the five films are great. He saw The Fly in the theater a year ago with a Q&A with Victoria Price. Oh man, I bet that was fucking great.
Badass.
Russell said I was a teenage Frankenstein. Watched that last night. Well, you know, I've been called worse, but okay. No, I'm just kidding. And then
That one
Alan
was
says
Teenage Wolf.
Master and Commander of the Universe was another underrated prize film. Yeah, they put that. Kino put that out when they put a slew of stuff out. It was a few years ago. They put out Theater of Blood. That's when they put out Theater of Blood and some others. Absolutely, Chester. He had a great voice. I like some of the cooking things that he did. They're all posted up on YouTube. They're hilarious. They're really good.
And he was also the narrator for Michael Jackson's Thriller. Like, that was badass to hear him.
Oh yeah, well, we can forgive him for that, little thing. But I'm just kidding. No, I mean he's great in it. And, Ashton Luck has made it into the house. Freezing Gooches. Good to see you, sir.
Ashton, Gooch and Gooch. What's up?
Yeah, that's one I always heard was great. Mr. Dan says he likes the teenage films, and then he says, you should see How to Make a Monster if you haven't seen that. Yeah, that's one I've always needed to see.
Yeah. Shit Factory a couple years ago released that on Blu-ray, but they never even released Teenage Frankenstein and Werewolf. So I'm like, that
Yeah,
should be
somebody
included
needs
with
to
the
release
album.
those.
It just, I don't know, like, what's up with the right issues for those movies. Like, those need to be released. Like, those are masterpieces.
They'll probably, hopefully, somebody will at some point. I mean, you can find people on eBay that sell them as quasi bootlegs and shit. But I'd rather have a real release of both of those.
But no company doesn't want to release them down the line. Up what's up their ass.
Pre Bonanza, Michael Landon, and pre Little House on the Prairie, and pre probably before he got married and beat his kids. I mean, what? And Ryan's in the house. Hey,
Hey,
Ryan.
Ryan.
Good to see you.
But yeah, it's just taking day by day, seeing what's out there. Like, I still gotta see that movie that Jim is mentioning, that Darling movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Darling. Beverly,
Strange
where,
Darling.
Strange Darling.
Yeah,
I still gotta,
that's fantastic.
I still need to
Really
see it.
good.
And Sing with Heretic.
Yes, Chester. He did the original House of Wax, which has a small cameo by a young Charles Bronson, which I believe was his first film.
I still need to see the original without the
Yes.
3D shit. Without the
Strange,
3D shit, I rather see the 2D.
yeah, Strange Darling's awesome. Yeah, he plays the Igor character. That is correct, Mr. Dan. Oh, that's awesome, Ryan. My grandma met and served Vincent Price in the 80s in Vancouver. Nice.
That's bad.
Ryan, you'll have to go back to the beginning of the stream later so you can see. I started a new segment, Classes de Español con Texas. So we have some Spanish lessons tonight. Oh, yeah, Ashton missed those as well. I don't know, Chester. A lot of people like that remake, although I've never seen it, so I'm not going to say,
Yeah, I don't mind the remake. The only problem that I have with the remake is that there are some filler scenes that kind of just goes on forever. Like that's but some of the issues I have with the movie, and of course you got Paris Hilton, so like that's a fucking con right there.
See,
But
that's the thing.
at least she gets killed in the movie, so like that's the reward.
But see, that's one of the funniest things. After years go by, people go, "Oh, she's not so bad." But maybe it's because she does get killed.
Yeah, they they slingshot her in the movie. But I still gotta see the original, but that I have not seen the original.
The man is here in the house. Honky Digital, our favorite honky. Glad that you're here, Honky, because at the beginning of the stream, I was saying, we need Honky Digital to hit the house and Brock and a few others, and everybody has been showing up. So it's all good. He's been, Honky Digital. I suggest everybody subscribe to his channel because he's been putting out some pretty damn good jams on his channel. And I mean, he actually put me on one of his jams, so two fucking thumbs up for that.
2 thumbs up.
Man, if we could just now get John motherfucking Steele in the house, that would be epic too.
And the party will start.
I was hoping Dirk and Darren would make it, at least Dirk, but I think they've got something going on tomorrow on their channel. They're doing something with Trey Howarth again, who is a really good author, and the guy's knowledge of Italian giallo and horror is impeccable. And so that would be that's going to be good because they had him. He's been on there twice before. I didn't catch him the first time, but the second time, and so yeah, tomorrow I'm looking forward to that. That's at 3:00 tomorrow on the Dead Pit channel and on the Subjective Perspective Collective channel. So
Yep.
it'd be good. Oh yeah, that's right. They're gonna do Klaus Kinky and all that. Oh, that's bullshit. Honky said the song that he had me on got took down for copyright. Well, I didn't do anything. You're free to use my voice anytime you want. You're just gonna have to like put me in on something else then, those assholes. That's ridiculous. Honky knows how to make some good samples. He's used a few things from some John Waters movies and stuff. talking about cha-cha heels and other things. Oh, because it was a mainstream beat that he used. Use some D beats, man. Something, like that. That would be good. They're also mentioning the killer shrews with the dogs in the shrew costumes. Yep. But my favorite shrew movie is Taming of the Shrew with Elizabeth Taylor and Richard. I love to drink Burton. So yeah.
The same Richard Burton from Exorcist 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was a huge alcoholic, just like Oliver Reed. Yeah, he and Elizabeth Taylor were married like twice.
What? They were
Yeah, they
married?
couldn't. Yeah, they couldn't keep their hands off each other apparently.
So they tied a knot too kind.
I didn't form a band called the Wood Pimps, but I probably would have at some point. Oh yeah, I've seen Cleopatra. That fucking thing is so long, it's ridiculous. But I really, wow. As for Killer Shrews, Mr. Dan says James Best came back for a sequel 51 years later. Damn. I think my favorite Burton and Taylor movie though is Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. You know, it's like based on a Tennessee Williams play maybe or something. Played by somebody. And man, you talk about, it's got a young Sandy Dennis and George Siegel, and then the both of them, and it's just, they come home from like a party and they're just both like they're all raging alcoholics. He says, yeah, there's an even longer version that never came out. Well, I mean, it's not like it's hard to sit through the original, but yeah, it's like Lawrence of Arabia, man. That fucking thing is so long. I don't know. I guess as I've gotten older, I'm not really,
And the
you
even
know,
like the Ten Commandments movies, like that's a
yeah,
long one.
my tolerance for watching long movies is, I got to watch things in halves. Watching that goddamn Beau's Afraid in the theater and 3.5 hours
It,
long, and that last 20 minutes felt like another 3 hours. I mean, oh,
it was a chore to get through.
it was. I mean, I've never in my life like got to a point in a movie where I'm like, I'm sitting there with my friend and I'm just like, fuck. And he's like, what's wrong? I go, I want this fucking movie to end so we can get the fuck out of here. I say this is too long. It's like it's slowed to a crawl. It's like, what the fuck? You know? I mean, and I thought Crimson Peak was bad. God, at least all that,
Isn't
the pacing. See, it would have been great if the pacing in that movie was, done right. I mean, but he should have chopped an hour and a half, or at least a half hour or an hour out of that fucking thing and made it 2 hours. But like 3 hours, oh man, and it drags. Tennessee Tuxedo. There should be a Tennessee Tuxedo film. Yeah, see, like
like
Honky Didro said, he's seen Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. It's great. He's seen it a few times. Yeah, it is. It's fucking amazing.
yeah. Speaking of long movies, Titanic, like, that shit bores the shit out of me.
Yeah, The Raven is great. It's got Peter Lorre in it as well. Boris Karloff. Yeah, that was his name when he was putting out these carafes, but it was Karloff. Everybody needs to see Targets with Boris Karloff. That fucking movie is amazing. Peter Bogdanovich's first movie and stuff. Oh yeah, I've seen Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. Yeah, there's that box set that Severin put out last year. That one about the women or what I can't remember the exact title, but it's got like four movies, these kind of frantic horror movies with women, and she's in one of them. And like they're coming out with a new box actually. I'm gonna check that out. Let's see, what the fuck is that thing called? The new one that they're putting out looks even more intense than the other one, but it's let me see here. House of Psychotic Women, Rarities Collection, and like yeah, Elizabeth Taylor. I don't remember the movie that she's in it, but let me see. I think she's in this one called Footprints or something like that. Oh no, she's in one called Identikit from 1974 about a woman who travels the road to find the most dangerous liaison. And then there's this Polish horror comedy called I Like Bats. And then there's Footprints from the director of The Fifth Chord and British screenwriter and radical theater icon Jane Arden directs 1972's harrowing The Other Side of the Underneath. So that's something that I've been wanting to pick up. But the new one, like I said, looks pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Butterfield 8. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, she man, she was great, and she was, great friends with like Roddy McDowell and everything, and you know, doing what was that movie, Black Beauty, I think. A couple of others when she was younger and whatnot. Yeah, she was. She was fucking amazing, and even like Audrey Hepburn. Those women were class. There's
Mm-hmm.
I don't know of a lot of actresses these days that carry themselves the same way as like Liz Taylor and Audrey Hepburn.
Now, Liz Taylor and Audrey Hepburn have more class than nowadays actors.
There's this movie that she did with Richard Burton. Like the only way you can find it is on a bootleg. I saw it in the theater was when I was a kid, and I didn't really understand it, but it's got like a young Jeff Bridges in it, and it's called Hammersmith is Out, and it might be up on YouTube. But all I can remember was that like Richard Burton plays this guy that gets out of this asylum, and then he cons Jeff Bridges into like doing all this weird stuff, and then he gets captured and put back in the asylum. And I mean, I was probably like, fuck, I don't know, 8, 9 when that came out. And my stepfather, we'd just go to movies. He just would, he would hear about something, we'd go, and I had no idea what the fuck I was watching. and but it was a trip. I mean, it was like, it was from what I can remember, but I mean, I hadn't seen it since then, but I definitely need to rewatch it, and whatnot. What do I think about Doug Bradley in movies? I mean, I think he's an excellent actor. Just kind of depends on what he does, and stuff.
Outside of Hellraiser, he did Nightbreed, which is good.
Yeah, I mean, I like Doug Bradley. I think he's a good actor. I think he was a little tired of getting pigeonholed, but like, everybody does, I think to an extent. But I
Yeah,
mean, he, because some people don't set out to like become like a character in something thinking that, you know, the movie itself is going to be life changing until it takes like a world on its own, and stuff like that, and becomes popular, just like music or whatever. So, but I mean, I think you know I mean, those early Hellraiser movies are good, and I mean, at least he kept it afloat, kind of. But then, of course, that last one was such a piece of shit. He wasn't in it, so that was a good thing,
yeah, because even even some of them that he was in were piece of shit, like Health Seeker and Hellworld and all that bullshit,
I mean,
where
I think.
he's like
I mean,
barely in those
yeah.
ones.
I mean, the only like after the fourth one, it's kind of hit or miss with me. I do like the one where Kirsty comes back, though.
I don't mind the one with damn it, I forgot the guy's name. He's in Nightbreed with Doug Bradley.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Who you're talking
Craig
about?
Schaefer, yeah.
Yeah, Craig Schaefer.
Yeah, I didn't mind that Hellraiser movie with him. It was Inferno, Hellraiser Inferno. It was a weird ass movie. Like it kind of gave vibes a bit of Jacob's Ladder a little bit, but I was actually entertained by that one compared to like the later shitty ones.
But I mean, Ashley Lawrence, I mean, damn, you talk about a crush, man. Ooh, I'm just glad that she was in another one.
But in my opinion, the worst one has to be Judgment. I think that's easily the most piece of shit Hellraiser movie out there. Up there and now in Revelation also with
Juno
with
man,
cheese with the cheeseburger Hellraiser.
right? Juno meant Hellraiser. Juno meant there you
You know,
go.
which I'm surprised. I'm surprised they didn't get Steven Seagal's fat ass in Revelation because it looked like it would fit the role
Russell
as the
mentions
cheeseburger Hell.
he mentions Who'll Stop the Rain with Nick Nolte. Yeah, Don Johnson is in that one too. I don't know who Don Johnson himself was, but Don Johnson was.
But yeah, I agree. Honestly, most of them sucked after that. It wasn't until like the new one that came out. Do I think it was perfect? Not much, but the only issue I have with the movie is the pacing because it is kind of a long movie. It's like almost 2 hours, but
Right.
it still delivers. It's still more watchable, and they did reuse like the source that was from the novel. So like at least it wasn't like, oh, let's like copy the movie and let's do these stupid Easter eggs bullshit. No, they did. They were actually doing something from the novel, so like it was refreshing, and it's something that most movies should be doing, not like Easter egging, putting dumb shit, that crap in there. Like, hey, remember this from this movie and this movie? Like, that's just kind of getting repetitive. because it's just gonna make the audience pissed off. Like you're just referencing the better movie, so like that shows you how shitty the movie is. You're referencing the better films.
And we got Greg Brewer in the house. So, welcome, Greg. Great. Glad you could
Hey
make it.
there, Greg. Good to see you. I see him a lot in other streams, so it's
Yeah.
good to see you, Greg.
I used to have books of blood. And then I had all these like great comic books that were done, from his stories and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I do have it. I did pick up like a year ago. I did pick up his Hellraiser novel, and it's pretty good. It's probably a short novel he wrote because it's a very kind of like a Goosebumps sized book.
Right. Yeah, I recently saw a photo of him and he didn't look well, unfortunately. Oh yeah, and then of course, speaking of that, there's Reggie Bannister. He's not doing well at all. He's like under hospice care
Oh
all the
shit,
time. Yeah.
Reggie, poor Reggie.
And then we've got David Johansen, he's the last remaining New York Doll, and he's got a fucking brain tumor and cancer and a broken back. I was like, fuck, you know.
Yeah. But Clive Barker, I kind of wish he would have done more movies after Nightbreed. Like I know he did Lords of Illusion, but it just felt like he did only a little bit of movies. But I kind of wish he did like a little more because I thought Nightbreed was badass.
Yeah, I mean his deal was he didn't really want to direct, but like, he tried to get Hellraiser off the ground and nobody would do it. So he said, fuck it, I'm gonna do it myself,
Yep.
So yeah.
It would have been interesting to see a sequel to Nightbreed, but I think it's better to just let that movie alone because it actually ended it perfectly. I know like there's like the different kind of cuts of the movie, but I'm glad I got to own the Shit Factory Blu-ray release, not the shitty 4K that they screwed everybody over with.
When are they not screwing everybody over,
Yeah, because they didn't put the better, they put the shitty cut on 4K, but not the better cut.
Yeah, it seems like they're really known for that kind of shit.
Like, hey, let's put the original, the shitty ass one that has plot holes and anticlimactic ending and really shitty editing, and not put the good version that everybody sees it. Even Tubi even has the origin has that director's cut. So like they're not putting the shitty theatrical cut.
Greg says shooting in that house was a pain in the ass. Says that with all the cameras and crew and Hellraiser. Yeah, there's
Lucky
actually
him.
there's actually like on the Arrow Blu-rays of both the first one and the second one, they have these great documentaries about the making of like both of those films. Those things are over at least like 2.5 hours long, but they talk to fucking everybody, pretty much the whole fucking cast about their characters and everything like that. They had them on the Arrow channel about, I don't know, 4 years ago maybe, and that's where I first saw them. And then when I bought the Blu-rays of Hellraiser and Hellbound, they had those included on there. So I was like, oh, okay, because I didn't know that's where they had actually come from.
But yeah, I guess they're just still doing more shit, more movies, more Chainsaw Massacres, And I guess they want to get another damn Michael Myers movie, which I'm getting sick and tired of that garbage. Oh, let's bring him back. Let's do another movie with this, or let they just don't want to let him. They don't want to let them be buried and die. That's just like, oh, we gotta bring them back. We gotta bring them back.
Yeah, well, nobody learns.
Like the Chainsaw Massacre franchise, like that is kind of a clusterfuck because it's compared to the X Men where you don't even know which one is coming out, and they fuck up the continuity where oh this is a reboot and reboot, and they reboot it pretty much every 10 years, 5 years, or 28 weeks later, days, whatever. But
I remember them out with that New Japan tag team, the Hellraisers. Yeah, it was like Animal from the Road Warriors, and I forget the Japanese guy's name. I think it was that one guy that the Steiners beat the fuck out of in that tournament and all that. Hey, Sailor George, what's happening, brother?
hey, George,
Yeah, he's Sailor George is in the house. Thank you for stopping by. Man, no Shamarlos, man. We could have played the guessing game on what did Shamarlos eat tonight, and stuff. But that would have been fun. Could take our bets like last time, and I'd win again. No, just
yeah,
kidding.
I lost. I thought it was Kung Pao chicken, but it was pizza.
That was funny though. I won. I won. Next, like there'll be another, My Bloody Valentine remake or something, come out.
Oh, I heard I heard shit house wants to do that one.
Really?
Yeah, like they want to get their hands on everything. So, yep.
Well, I guess they can afford it when they're putting out all those special editions with all the posters and the pins and all that bullshit that nobody needs. You know what I mean?
After they release Night Swim. Oh,
I
watch
still
your
haven't
shitty
seen.
Night
I
Swim.
still haven't seen that.
Gosh, that is easily one of their worst movies from last year. Like Wyatt Russell, he was wasted in that movie. You could tell he just walked through it. Like I just got paid, whatever. I don't care about the stupid script in the movie and how shitty it is. I feel like he could have just been in a better horror movie. It's just that one, just like you could tell he just sleepwalked through it. Like you didn't even care about being in that movie.
Right. I think he was great in Everybody Wants Some, which is sort of the quasi sequel to Dazed and Confused. You have like like Greg says, just one sequel though, not a series, but then you could have something like My Bloody Valentine, Letters of Hate, My Bloody Valentine, Arrow in Your Head, shit like that. Cupid's Cupcakes, shit like that. My Bloody Valentine, Shrimp Smelling Vagina. Yeah, we don't need like really any sequels. Just just like our series, because you've
Like,
seen how that's failed with
like,
Chucky and his friends.
oh yeah, Chuck. I'm glad he's resting with Michael Myers now. No more torture. Like he's not in pain no more. So no more Don Pacachini. But yeah, when that remake, when they were trying to do that stupid show, like they were trying to get that on the map, Don Pacachini got upset about the remake. Oh, I'm upset that this remake is gonna be bad, so everybody has to join me and say that this remake is
I
not
think I
good.
think I think the remake is kind of fun, in a way, because you
To
got
me,
Mark Hamill's voice, and
yeah,
you know,
to, to me, it's 10 times better than watching his three shitty seasons of Chucky.
and then you've got Aubrey Plaza in it, and she's hot, so I don't see you know
But yeah, I wish that movie got a sequel than seeing another season of Chucky. But I'm glad that show got canned. And yeah,
I don't know if if you saw that Aubrey Plaza movie, My Old Ass, that came out last year. That's pretty funny
never seen.
because it's somehow like she comes to her teenage self or something. I can't remember if she's exactly a ghost or something, but she comes to her teenage self and she's telling her like, "Don't do this or that. Don't fuck this up. Don't meet this person." Blah blah blah. Then of course, she meets this person, and then she's like, "Oh, well, you can't tell me what to do because I'm you. You're me. I'm gonna do whatever I want to do."
Yep,
Greg
that
says,
should
"Always
have been
thought." Greg says, "Always thought Ben Tramer could come back from the dead and kill Michael Myers. That would make a good Halloween sequel."
that should have been 2018. Instead,
Well,
we
I
got
think
Easter egg bullshit.
what you could do is interpolate John Kramer, coming back from the dead and killing Michael Myers.
Yeah,
Hey, he's savvy. He knows how to build traps.
yeah. I heard about Saw 11 being, I don't know, not released this year, but I don't know. Hopefully, that movie is able to come out because there is a set of rumors that they might remake Saw, which I think is stupid in my opinion.
Well, there's
But
really no
I
reason
hope
to.
there, I hope that never happens. Hopefully, we get the Saw 11 film because the last film left off in a cliffhanger.
Right.
Yeah, the remake of My Bloody Valentine. I used to like it, but it's just I don't know. After I got in, seen it once a couple years ago, couldn't get into it. It
You know,
felt like it's
my
generic.
whole thing with like the Saw series is like I like them all because they actually followed through with the story. It's just that when they hit 3, 4, 5, probably 6 as well, they overdid the gore. That was my problem with them. It's like, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
The
but
thing, the thing, the thing. Like I like Saw 7, but the problem with that movie is that they make the blood pink, which is weird.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
then
know
of course,
what was the reason for that to be pink. Like it looks like paint. Like it just looks off.
and then then the thing about it was that was supposed to be the last one, but oop,
They even had the title final chapter,
yeah.
and it had the 3D gimmick, so that they call it Saw 3D. Did you ever see 3D movies?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think the first thing I ever saw when I was a kid was one that was on some sci-fi movie from the 50s or something, but I don't remember what it was called. And then I remember there was one I saw that was like a drag racing film or something weird. And then I saw, of course, Parasite with Demi Moore's first role and all that kind of stuff, which was it's kind of eh. But that's one of Charles Band's kind of like first sort of deals for Puppet Master and all that stuff.
Yep.
And I did see that one in the theater too. It was pretty funny.
But yeah, I just hopefully Saw 11 comes out. But the only gory movie we're coming out this coming few months is Final Destination 6.
I don't know. I mean, maybe. That's all I could say about that. Yeah, I remember, that Alan asked me if I was around when Channel 20, well, they did it here. I think it was Channel 39 here. Yeah, and you could go to 7-Eleven and get, the glasses and all that. Yeah. Because I don't really remember it like when I was, living there, them doing it. But yeah, over here it was like Channel 39 and they had that sort of deal. But yeah, we're getting close to that 2 hour mark and all that.
Yep, getting close to 2 hours.
Fucking Jimmy. I think we can all agree that there needs to be another Halloween sequel for ends.
Yeah, and it's gonna be another Juno rant coming out with the toilet paper in hand.
Actually, I think there should be some kind of slasher movie where people are locked in like a fucking 7-Eleven or some kind of fast food
Okay.
joint. Killer is taking them out. Even though that they've done stuff like putting people's heads, face first in a fryer and shit like that. You know,
Like Intruders, like that was unique when they did a supermarket. Like
yeah,
that's pretty damn unique.
Intruder's fucking great because it
That's a
has
good one.
has those cameos by like Emil Sitka and fucking Alvy, what's his name? I'm gonna say the wrong last name, but Alvy from fucking Green Acres and Tom, whatever his
Hmm.
name was, from Green Acres and shit, and Ted Raimi and Sam Raimi, and
Yeah, the two Raimi brothers.
yeah, Alvy Moore. Yeah, I was almost gonna say Alvy Ward, but that's the guy from The Damned, the band The Damned. So Tom Lester, I think, is the other guy. Yeah, Russell used to hang out with Emil Sitka back in the day. They were buddies. It's all right, Rosie. I'm
Yeah,
sorry you've got a migraine, man. Migraines fucking suck, you know.
yeah, that happened. Sorry about that, Rosie. You have a good night.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the
Or
same when you and Z aren't here throwing out your quick wit. So it's like it kind of
with the
we
gooch.
kill our own vibe. Shit.
Yeah,
What
the
do we
gooch is
do
the best.
now? I know you're just out to make money, you know, Russell, because you don't hang out with Emil Sitka anymore because he's dead.
But yeah, just heard that they want to do more shit with other franchises. Another Evil Dead movie's coming out, so I call it Evil Dead Burn the Ass. Because
Evil
that's what
Dead,
it's called, Evil Dead Burn. As I call it, Evil Dead Burn the Ass.
Evil Dead, bacon and eggs.
Yeah, like I'm kind of like, to me, the only good Evil Dead movies were just the first four movies.
You're welcome,
The fourth
Rosie.
one being the remake. I
Yeah,
don't
but
mind.
Evil Dead 2,
Oh,
they
go.
they forgot to say Electric Boogaloo though on that one.
Yeah, I don't mind some episodes from Ash vs Evil Dead, but I don't think that was a great show at all. Like to me, it's just the first four, including the
Evil Dead
remake.
2013, I can't watch it because it's got drugs in it, and I can't watch, and I don't like to take
Yeah, the
a bath because I
the
got to wash my dirty ass and my dirty feet.
yeah the,
What?
the stink ass doesn't want to watch the remake.
Yeah, Army of Darkness is fucking awesome.
Yeah, they should have
So
stopped there, like instead of making like more bullshit.
I I
Besides the
mean
remake.
I like the remake, because it's hardcore on the gore and shit. But like I still haven't seen Evil Dead Rise though. I don't know why. I just haven't.
Yeah, that one was kind of a mixed bag to me, but it does have some good moments, but it just doesn't feel like Evil Dead that much to me. It just feels, but I haven't. Yeah, you said you haven't seen it, Texas. So
No.
I'll let you wait till you see it. But yeah, it should have just ended by Army Darkness. Like that's why I don't really give two shits about the new one that's coming out next year, Evil Dead Burn. As it Evil Dead Burn ass.
When you mentioned, I think was it you that mentioned Yui Bowl earlier in the stream?
Yeah, Uwe Boll compared to like one of the guys from the Misfits.
Oh, well, it's totally different. But Yui Bowl, it's funny you mentioned that because he, I mean, most of his movies are shit. Especially fucking House of the Dead. The only
And
two that
Alone in the Dark.
the only two that I really like are like Blubberella and fucking Postal. And I think there was one other. Postal's fucking great though. It's really good.
Did you
Um,
ever see Rampage that he
that's
made?
the other one. Yeah, that's the other one I like. Those
That's
three.
pretty solid.
Yeah, but he's such an asshole. Like I had this friend who was like a amateur filmmaker, and I think he
Hmm.
saw one of the things she did or something, and he just fucking like insults her, telling her, your movie is shit and all this other kind of crap. And I'm like, fuck that guy, fuck him. It's not like his movies or anything.
Like he directed Alone in the Dark. Like what the fuck? Like that's a piece of fucking shit. And House of the Dead.
Oh man, House of the Dead. Oof.
Like you said that. You said that like you have to see that piece of shit.
Oh, nobody has to see it. I don't want people to see that. We saw that Jimmy and I saw that fucking movie. He did Blood Rain, and that fucking sucked as well. It's like he gets
Oh yeah,
fucking he gets Michael Madsen in it too, and it's just like a fucking waste of time.
yeah. I seen that poster. That it looks like a PS2 game.
Well, it's
I
based
thought
off.
that was
It's another one based off a fucking video game or some shit. And it's just like, the fuck is this crap? Because that was that was when we, Jimmy and I, we go to see fucking shit. Um, the movie was so fucking bad I can't even remember what it was.
Aeon Flux.
Yeah, that's it. You remembered, yeah. We go to see Aeon
Yeah,
Flux,
that one.
and I told Jimmy, I was like, dude, we really shouldn't go see this movie. And he's like, why? I said, because there's no critic reviews. And he goes, what? He goes, fuck the critics. I said, no, you don't understand. If somebody doesn't review a film, that means they kept it away from them, you know, and stuff. And 5 minutes into the movie, Jimmy turns to me and he says, this movie is shit. And so then to get our money's worth, we went and fucking saw Blood Rain when we thought we were going to get our money's worth. And we were just like, fuck, man, two shit movies in a row. Can't wait for Pong the movie to come out. But, yeah, Rawhead Rex is a good movie. That's a good one.
At least that's better than Aeon Flux.
Well, there's that new fucking Paddington in Peru. I don't know if he's like selling drugs or what.
I don't know. They still making that one?
Yeah. So that's the third
I,
Paddington movie that's come out.
I forgot they're still making that.
The next one will be Paddington, Cocaine Bear Part 2 or something. Fucking now that was a decent ass film. Fucking Cocaine Bear. I liked that. All right, Chester. Have a great night. Thanks for
Good
always
night,
supporting
Chester.
us and coming in and everything. Appreciate it. I'm gonna see. Like, have you ever? Hold on. Have you ever seen this, Juno? Something Wild. Jonathan Demme did this. This is a really good fucking movie. It's got Ray Liotta and
Yeah, I seen
Melanie.
that one.
Yeah, Melanie Griffith.
Jeff
She's
Daniels.
yeah. Melanie Griffith is like so fucking hot in this movie, and like John Waters has a cameo in it.
It's like one of those more serious roles that Jeff Daniels stars in a movie.
Yeah, I always like Jeff Daniels. I mean, he's done some goofy stuff, but
Yeah. I know Dumb and Dumber, a lot of people were like his agents or something were trying to make him not take that movie because, oh, that's going to fuck up your serious acting career. Like they kept like trying to insist him not to take the role as Harry in that movie, but
right.
he
I
made
don't
it
think
work.
yeah, I don't think it damaged his career. I mean, He did this one that's kind of cool, kind of a coming of age film, kind of called The Squid and the Whale, and that's good, a good one. But
He was also good in that Pleasantville movie.
right, and yeah, Greg mentions arachnophobia, but there's this one,
Arachnophobia, yes.
yeah, there's this one with Melanie
Creepy.
Griffith called Another Day in Paradise that has her and James Woods in it as these junkies, and like it's got Natasha Gregson Wagner, Natalie Wood's daughter's in it, and she's fucking great in that. And then the kid that was in the movie Indian in the Cupboard, I think it's highly underrated. It's really good. I mean, there's some there's some questionable stuff in it, but it's still a really good movie.
But Something Wild, that's not a bad movie.
No,
It's
I
pretty
think
good.
it's really good. It's one of my '80s favorites, you know. Therefore, you know,
Peter
silent
J.
yeah.
Yeah, Peter Jason. He rest in peace. He passed away. Yeah, rest in peace, Peter Jason. He's also in that Trick or Treat movie that you talk about.
Ugh.
Not the. He's in the one you like, not the Ozzy Osbourne one.
Oh, okay.
Peter
Well, you know,
Jason.
there's three different fucking movies with that title, so you know it's kind of yeah. You have to kind of give a clarification
It's
which one.
it's the one with the little kid, the one with the girl taking care of the little kid.
Right.
Yeah, Peter Jason's in that one.
I saw
That
Flesh with
actor,
Frankenstein at the cinema too.
he passed away.
Okay.
Yeah, rest in peace, Peter Jason.
Friggin',
Just
you know, Russell says he saw you know Flesh with Frankenstein at the cinema in 3D. I did too. I saw it in like a re-release, and it was great because the theater was packed. And I don't think, you know, I think it was a lot of people that had never actually seen it, you know, like in its first run. And fucking, I remember when that spear goes through like Udo Kier and his fucking liver's hanging on it. And this fucking, you know, when he's giving that fucking speech, and this guy goes, just die, motherfucker. Man, those I mean, those Warhol films that, you know, I don't even think he actually directed like half of them because he was, what's his name? John, was it John Morrissey? Something Morrissey that directed both like the Dracula one and the Flesh with Frankenstein, you know, and he hated working with Warhol anyway. But there's that one movie that has Perry King in it called Bad. And this woman throws her baby out a fucking window. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, Death Sentence is a good movie, you know.
I like that movie. I'm kind of nifty with the ending,
Yeah,
but it's just like I kind of wish the ending could have been bit better. Like, because you know, like how you said about Stop Rock Brawling, like I just feel like that movie could have had a better ending.
yeah, but I mean, you know, it's so similar to the Brave one in a way, you know, with Jodie Foster,
It's
which
just,
is another
uh,
great one, I think. I
yeah,
mean, shit, they could have called that, you know, Woman Death Wish, you know, or something, you know, or Jodie's Death Wish.
yeah.
Who the fuck cares? But I mean, it's a good
I
flick.
still like, I still like Death Sentence. It's just that ending. I kind of wish it just had more impact, like
Yeah,
more of a like satisfying. It just felt a little impact, like because you're about to see what's gonna happen, but they don't show nothing. It's just like I kind of wish they should have showed something like because this is the guy he's going after at the end. Like
Greg mentions like John Goodman's performance in Revenge of the Nerds, but I tell you, you know, the one who is really that you know, highly underrated from that movie is fucking Curtis Armstrong, you know, because he was all, you know, in Better Off Dead and One Crazy Summer, all those movies and stuff. Russell, I know, Kansas City Bomber, I know. Yeah, playing Booger, that's correct. And also, you know, him being in, you know, Risky Business and all that stuff. But yeah, he's definitely, I think, underrated. But yeah, I guess you know, we'll shut this down in a couple of minutes or whatever.
Mhm.
But I mean, you know, thank you guys all for coming out tonight and hanging out. And you know, it was a good time. You know, it's it's always a good time with you crazy animals, you know, and whatnot.
Yep.
You know, there's a lot of you that, you know, I mean, I have a lot of, you know, I'm glad you. I mean, I wouldn't be doing this, you know, if it really wasn't for you guys anyway. And I mean, I always appreciate you guys coming in and you know, and the ones that, you know, actually ask, you know, decent questions, you know, and stuff, and not like, you know, so much weird off the cuff shit. You know, that's what drives me bonkers, you know. But
Mhm.
you know, it's kind of, you know, those things where they, you know, some people will ask, "What's the difference between? Would you like better, this one or this one?" I'm like, "Why? Haven't you ever seen them yourself?" You know, it's like you don't need my opinion. You know. Have a good night, Russell.
Right, Russell. Yeah.
Good,
We all
good night,
we all
Alan.
have our opinions. There may
Yeah,
be shit that we might not like or stuff we might like that anybody might hate. We have our own opinions about them.
but yeah, I just want to, you know, say thanks again, and you know, thanks to the people that'll be watching on the replay and stuff, and Todd, you know, Todd Christian, and
All right.
because he's always one, you know, that does and whatnot, and you know, I sent out some invites though, you know, to peeps, and some people didn't show, but that's all good. I mean, I know some will watch their replay and stuff like
Mhm.
that, you know, and all. So, but yeah, I guess you know we'll go ahead and get out of
Night,
here, and
everybody.
you know,
Yeah,
and whatnot. So, see you guys all soon.
What in the actual fuck is happening to me? I think I've taken a bunch of LS fucking D. Holy shit, something's happening here. Oh man, what the fuck? I think I'm gonna change.
You motherfuckers, I will burn you all to the ground.
Ray Dennis Stickler. Now, who doesn't love Ray Dennis Stickler? Assholes. Assholes don't love Ray Dennis Stickler. Ray Dennis Stickler, an incredible filmmaker.
Subscribe now to Texas HXCX 1965.